Hello Shiny viewers, I am DS your psychologist and welcome to another episode on channel NITT. In this episode, we're going to look at how an ENTJ evaluates relationships. So this could be a friendship or a romantic relationship. So if you are a date, the ENTJ is going to evaluate you. So based on what? So because TE, extroverted thinking, is the ENTJ's dominant function, so the ENTJ relies very heavily on TE. So as a result, the ENTJ is very likely to evaluate relationships based on TE. So what is this evaluation by TE all about? First of all, TE is a function that governs fairness. TE is also a function that governs thinking from another person's point of view. So therefore, in the case of just getting to know a person, an ENTJ is likely to look for things such as reciprocity. Why? Because reciprocity is an indication that a person is likely to know how to be fair. So when an ENTJ just gets to know a person as a friend or as a date, reciprocity is one of the governing factors that he or she will look for when deciding whether to progress further or what tier to place you into. So as an example, the ENTJ just got to know you. After a few occasions, the ENTJ might ask you, when are you born? So you might say April the 2nd, and then full stop. The ENTJ might feel a little bit bewildered. Why? Because the ENTJ expects you to ask back. So what about you? In my personal experience, a lot of people don't do that. One thing that I've observed is that a lot of people who ask about birthdays are interested in horoscopes. They want to know whether two people are compatible. However, in my case as an ENTJ, if I ask about your birthday, that's because I think that we may have a future together and I want to give you a birthday surprise in the event that we have gotten together. That is in the form of a dating relationship. However, a lot of people don't ask. I don't understand why. Maybe they are not interested in horoscope and they think that you are interested in horoscopes. So reciprocity may not come in the form like I give you A, then you must give me back B. It's in the form of a conversation that is some form of a ping pong going through and fro. If I ask you this, how's your life? I expect you to do the same. This is the principle of reciprocity. A second guiding principle for the ENTJ in evaluating relationships is that of accountability. So are you an accountable individual? So in this case, we can look at friends and dates separately. So if the two of us as friends have decided to go out together and you are going to be late or you have to cancel this appointment, I want you to be accountable. I would expect that as soon as you cannot make it for a particular occasion, you tell me so that I can plan my day. My time is very precious. For that matter, I do not like being ghosted and I do not like people to delay and tell me at the last minute. For me, that is really very irresponsible behavior. If we are dating, then accountability is much more important. I expect that you will try to text me every now and then a good morning or good night. Well, in one of my previous episodes, I already emphasized that there could be times when a person just tells you good night and then immediately next he or she is with another person. So sometimes the person telling you, oh now I'm at work, the person might be deceiving you, may not be at all. So it is possible that there may be deception in a relationship when the partner plays accountable. However, at least the partner bothers, right? This is a form of responsibility. So it is important to the ENTJ because it gives an indicator to the ENTJ that you are committed in this relationship. The ENTJ matters to you. A third principle that the ENTJ uses is that of reasoning. So because TE is the dominant function of the ENTJ, the ENTJ tends to give a lot of reasons. Let's say I know that I'm going to be late for a particular meeting, I will text you. I will say that I might be 10 minutes late. I got trapped in the jam, for example. So besides telling you that I may be 10 minutes late, I also give you the reason for it. So if you ask me as a date, have you eaten? I said, no, I have been busy the entire day. I haven't even had my breakfast yet. This is providing you with additional information so that you have the bigger picture. So the ENTJ may like to give reasons because of extroverted thinking as the dominant function. So as a result, we also appreciate you to give us a reason. But in my personal experience, a lot of people do not give reasoning because they do not have TE either as their dominant or auxiliary function. Worse still, there are some P-type individuals, when you ask them, are you on your way for our meeting? Or are you on our way to this place? They tell you one single word, yes. So there is no indicator whether they will be late, there is no indicator what time they will arrive. So again, it is not that we like to collect information, I think we like to collect reasoning, and we like to know that our time can be planned properly. Anyway, I realized that there are a lot of P-type individuals, when you ask them, are you on your way? They might tell you that they are, but actually they are at home. And so this is why it is very rare that an ENTJ can have a very easy time with a P-type, especially in the beginning of a relationship. However, as time goes by, the two individuals might establish an understanding, so things might get easier. But in the beginning of a relationship, the ENTJ is surely going to look for clues based on reciprocity, accountability, and reasoning. The ENTJ may not brush you off just because of one or two incidences. However, cumulatively, if you keep committing the same error, the ENTJ might likely drop you. So fellow ENTJs, do you agree with this episode? Do you have other governing principles where you evaluate a person right at the beginning of a relationship? So do comment below. If you're new to our channel, welcome. Do consider subscribing so that we can bring you more ENTJ and fun stuff. Okay, I'm going to sign off now and I'll see you in our next episode. Bye bye.